causing grief on the highways. They're causing turmoil in the homes. And your kids want them. Well, what's a mom and dad to do? What's a mom and dad to do? First question, is it necessary that your child has a cell phone?
Yes.
No.
No.
The answer is that depends. The answer is that depends. The number one reason should always be safety, safety, safety. Amen?
Yes.
Safety, safety, safety. Does your child need the phone, or is it because of status quo? Only you know. You know where you live. You know what the situation is. Does your child need to walk in places that are not so safe? That's going to change some things. Amen? Are they often left alone? Do they sometimes need to be left alone? Are they being bullied? These are serious questions that you as a parent have to ask. Or are you, because of your irresponsibility, oftentimes late picking them up, and then they get left out somewhere on the ball diamond or the football fields by themselves? These are questions to consider, amen?
Yes.
That's the number one reason a child may, and I said may, need a cell phone. Number two, second question a parent should ask, are they even responsible enough to have one? Are they going to lose it on day 1, 2, or 3? Are they responsible enough? Sweetheart, if they can't even hang on to their jacket, there's no way they're hanging on to a cell phone. And that's a fact. And that's a fact. A kid who loses his shoes is not responsible enough to have a cell phone. You're going to have to find another route. Another question, who's going to pay for them? This is an ongoing expense, amen? Yep. I have a cell phone, there's not a month goes by, I don't have a bill. Is that how it works? That's how it works. Who's going to pay for this thing? That's right. Pay for it. Well, again, if it's her phone and she wanted it, you thought it was okay for her to have it, she pays for it. She pays for the phone. She pays for the connect fee. And she pays for the monthly bill. Same thing goes for him, by the way. Same thing goes for him, by the way. They have to keep with upkeep. That's all part and parcel of learning. That's all part and parcel of being responsible. They need a cell phone. They think they need a cell phone. They need to pay for it. They need to pay for it. However, parents, if it's your idea, and you think it's necessary for safety reasons, for whatever reason, then you pay for the telephone. You pay for the connect fee. You pay for the flat rate. And then they pay the bills. See, it makes a big difference as to who wants this thing. It makes a big difference as to who wants this thing. Number 4 thing to consider, a phone will use up time. Like I said, they are a pain on the highways, they're a pain in the school, they're a pain in the home. I've seen kids with phones. It affects their grades, it affects their homework, it affects their housework, it affects family time. Questions? your child a responsible family member? Is this child's homework always getting done? Is this student helping or this child helping around the house? Is your family time constantly being interrupted? Do you know what kind of a pain it is when you try to coffee with somebody and the phone keeps ringing? Is the time that you, as parents, have designated for family time constantly being interrupted by a cell phone? These are things that you need to consider. And your answer depends on how your student is doing with these questions. That is how you will determine. You decide ahead of time, before that phone is ever purchased, what the rules are. Don't try and make the rules after you let them get away with all kinds of stuff. Make the rules before. Make the rules before. You see, it's very easy for car keys to be handed in so that they stay in mom or dad's purse. Your driver's license can be handed in. And your cell phone can be handed in. If you need it for safety reasons and the child is abusing it at supper time, it's very easy to turn the thing off.
That's right.
It's very easy to turn the thing off. We are raising a new generation, but ultimately we need to have responsible young adults. Amen? We need to be responsible young adults. Now I know later on you're going to come by and you're going to say to me, like you often do, what would you do? I can only say that depends. That depends on the situation that I would find my child in at that time. You are the parent. You ultimately have to make the decision as to whether you want a cell phone for your child or not. You are the one that has to make the decision. But you need to ask some major decisions. And sit down and have a quality discussion with your child before you make that step. Amen? Amen.
A couple of announcements I want to make. One main one. On November 28th, which is a Friday, Pastors Terry and Terry Murphy are going to be coming out. They're the regional overseers for Victory Churches International for this area. So they're going to be coming out on November 28th, the very last weekend in November. Pastor Terry will be speaking here Sunday morning. We are also changing men's breakfast from the first weekend in December to the last weekend in November. I got an email this last week that I thought was sort of funny. Every so often I get one. It was, Johnny was going to Sunday school for the first time. And he comes back from Sunday school and he says to his mom, he says, I think I have God's grandma as my teacher. She looks at Johnny.